Hey my friends, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about how to slow down in your life and manifest things faster. So today we are again in a beautiful place. Look at that. We are connected with nature, my friends. And I want to share some of this energy with you. I want to share with you how to slow down in your life a little bit more so you can reconnect back with yourself and you can manifest your dream life faster, because most people are rushing through life. Most people are rushing constantly. And when we are rushing, our minds close down because all we see is what we need to do. All we see is what we need to do, so we are not open for all the possible opportunities which are constantly around us. All possible opportunities are constantly surrounding us. But if we are just focused on what we must do, what we think we must do, what we think we need to do, we can't see the greater opportunities which are surrounding us. So once we learn to slow down a little bit, we learn to see greater potentials. We learn to see greater opportunities in our lives. So, how to slow down? Because, as I mentioned before, most people are rushing through lives. We need to learn to meditate a little bit. We need to learn to reconnect back with ourselves, to reconnect back with nature. So, sometimes we just need to sit down and just observe the beauty which is surrounding us. Can you see the beauty around you? Can you recognize what the nature is teaching you? Because the nature is constantly teaching us to be more grounded. Be like a tree, stand strong. Have your roots deeply rooted in the ground so you can be strong, so you can be ready to anything which comes your way. You can face with it with strength, with bravery, with trust. But at the same time, you're flowing in the wind, right? Trees are constantly flowing. Their branches and leaves are like softly flowing in the wind. So we need to also be soft. We need to learn to be gentle with ourselves and with others. And we need to know how to flow. So that's how we can learn to slow down in our lives, to learn how to flow. Because yesterday I was talking about how to flow, how to be like water, to find the joy in your life back again. Because many people have lost their connection with joy and happiness because they are rushing so much. Because many people are hurrying in life. And they started noticing that every single thing is triggering anger within them, and frustration and stress. And they think they are victims of life. So if you think that you're a victim of certain circumstances in your life, it's because your body is giving you feedback that you need to change something about how you live your life. Because fear and anger and frustration and sadness and all those different emotions, those are not our natural states. Those are states to protect ourselves, to get back into our natural state. If there would be something scary in your environment, it would awaken fear, so we can run away from it, or you can fight with it, fight or flight state, so you can get back to your natural state. But nowadays most people are living their lives in that hurry mode where they are constantly angry, constantly stressed, constantly afraid of something, so they've lost the connection with our natural state. Once we gain back the connection with our natural state, we know who we are. Once we know who we are, everything we think about comes to us really fast. Everything we desire comes to us really fast. Everything that we express gratitude for comes to us really fast. And I can tell you from my experiences, once in our past, we quitted our jobs. Me and Maya, we quitted our jobs. We went to travel a little bit to find out again what is our greatest passion, what we want to do in life, what we want to give, and who we truly are. And once we find that out, we've learned that there is no need to rush. Because even if many people think life is short, we still need to learn to enjoy it. And if we want to learn to enjoy lives, we can't enjoy it if we are constantly rushing, so we need to slow down. And once we've learned to slow down a little bit, we've noticed that every time we went into nature and we sit down and we were just meditating a little bit, we received great ideas for our future projects. We received great ideas to what to do, what would bring us more happiness. You know, what could be greater things that we could do in our lives. So that's how I started painting again. Because you saw many of my paintings. In most of my videos I'm sharing with you paintings, right? But all those paintings came to me because I've learned to slow down in my life. So once we learn that not all the good things come to us when we are hurrying, when we're chasing something. Actually, everything comes to us once we stop chasing things, right? So we have stopped chasing things and things came to us really fast. And I want to talk about it, my friends, how to slow down in your lives. If we go into a brain science, usually most parts of our days we are living in that beta brainwave frequency. We have low beta brainwave frequency, we have a normal beta brainwave frequency, and we have high beta brainwave frequency. More we are focused on our surroundings, more we are thinking and analyzing and calculating about it, more we are stressed, more we are afraid, more we are angry, higher we go with that beta brainwave frequency. But what happens when we are in that beta brainwave frequency, all our attention is outside of us. So we are not truly focused what is within. We are not truly focused what we truly want. We are not truly focused what our bodies needs in this moment. There's another state called alpha brainwave state. It's a more calm brainwave state. We can access to that alpha brainwave state once we calm down. For example, you sit into nature, you close your eyes, you start listening the sounds around you. Maybe you can hear some sounds of the wind going through the trees. Maybe you can hear some sounds of the birds. Maybe you can hear just something. And you place more attention to it. And your brains are calming down now because you're placing your attention to details which you were not aware of them before. Now your brains are calming down. And suddenly, you've started paying attention to your inner state because now you're recognizing how you truly feel. What emotions are you experiencing? What those emotions are telling you? Are you feeling fear of the future? Or are you feeling fear because in the past you went through something painful and you don't want that it would repeat again? All those emotions, most of the time people are running actually not from their environment, but they try to run from those emotional states. But the truth is those emotions are within us. We can't run away from them. We can only face with them. And that's what we learn to recognize through meditation. So once we pay more attention to our internal state, our brain will go even into more calm frequency. And that's where we become creative. That's where we start receiving greater ideas. That's where we open ourselves. We open the channel where we can start downloading what we've sent the intention for. For example, you've sent intention for an idea, what to change in your life so you can feel better. You've recognized that you feel afraid constantly, you've recognized that you feel stressed constantly. So your intention can be, well, what could be my next step so I can feel more relaxed in my life? What could be my next move so I can feel better in my life? And in that alpha brainwave state, you will receive an answer. Because once we calm down our brains, we open the channel to the collective mind, to the universal intelligence, which will give to you the right answer. And once we learn to do it frequently, we will learn that we can always connect with that power. We can always connect with that universal mind. And if we learn to connect with that universal mind, it will give us guidance. So once we started doing that, I started painting and I received guidance for what to do next. What to do next? I received guidance to start that YouTube channel. I received guidance how to start it. I received ideas what to do with it, what kind of information to share with my paintings, what to paint next. You know, what's the story behind paintings? All of that happened through meditation for me. And in such a short time, our reality started shifting completely. Like, we've started manifesting more abundance, we've started manifesting more joy, we've started manifesting people which are supporting our mission. We've started manifesting more love, even our relationship got deeper and more profound. Every single day we feel more connected. So how to slow down and manifest faster? Just recognize that you are the most important at the first place. If you want to feel happier, if you want to feel more joy, put yourself at the first place. If you want to help others, firstly you need to feel good about yourself so we can share that goodness with others. We can't raise others by feeling afraid and scared within ourselves, by being angry. We can only help others when we feel good about ourselves, when we feel truly alive, when we feel creative. And we can only be creative when we are relaxed, when we are when we are completely relaxed. Psychologists are saying you can't be relaxed if you have tight muscles, you know, like that. But if you relax your body, your mind will relax as well. So we also need to learn to relax our bodies a little bit, to do some yoga, some stretching, and to meditate, like I said before. So meditation is not something you need to force yourself to do. It's something you need to learn to flow with your inner state. You know, when we close our eyes and we place our attention within, you can place your attention into your heart and just recognize what is happening there. And you breathe into your heart and breathe out and breathe in and breathe out. And then you raise your energy. You awaken gratitude. You ask yourself what you're grateful for today. And when you feel the energy, you awaken it. Because we don't want to awaken fear. We want to awaken joy. We want to awaken gratitude. So you awaken gratitude. And then you can think about the future. What you want to experience. And you express gratitude as it already happened. Because what happens once we are not rushing anymore, we are not vibrating in the state of lack. You know, when people are chasing something, they are chasing it because they are lacking it. But if everything is happening in the present moment, the vibration that you are sending If you're lacking something, is the lack of something, and that's what people are manifesting. Most of their lives, they are lacking something, and they are constantly chasing what they are lacking, but they never chase it. So what we are doing in that process, we express gratitude before it happens, because once we are grateful, we are not chasing it anymore. We just feel as it is already present. We just feel gratitude for it. And suddenly synchronicities happens. We meet some people, we receive some great ideas which are guiding us towards those manifestations. That's how my life has shifted. In about 4 years, let's say, completely, whole my reality has shifted. New people, new things, new material things, but also new state of being. I feel completely different person. I feel differently, and I don't have same desires anymore. I want to spend more time in nature. I want to spend more time creating and giving and helping. I truly feel connected with doing that. So I come back to you every single day to give you something. Maybe something I've learned, maybe something I've experienced, or maybe something which can a little bit uplift your spirit. Because that's what I found for myself. Maybe you will find something completely differently, but you can only find it out once you learn to slow down in your life a little bit. And as I mentioned, this October month is a great month to do that work. Also, if we look our ancestors, your family tree a little bit, maybe you can find some connections. Maybe your parents were rushing in their lives and they had experienced some fears which maybe you are experiencing now as well. And maybe you are rushing in your life because it's a pattern which you've adopted from your family, from people which were surrounding you where you were a little child. And this month is a great month to recognize those patterns. To recognize those patterns which are deeply rooted within us. Once we recognize those patterns, we can ask ourselves, are those patterns supporting my wanting future? Are those patterns supporting where I want to be in the future? Are those patterns supporting my manifestations? And if the answer is no, now you need to design new patterns, and this is the hardest work. To design new patterns and to be consistent with them. To be committed to those new patterns. What are the patterns? Patterns are a certain repetition of actions. You know, each action is creating a reaction. If you're constantly acting the same every single day, thinking same thoughts or similar thoughts, doing same or similar things, making or having same habits every single day, you can't expect different results. So the point is we change those patterns for the new ones, but firstly we need to know what will be the new patterns. Do you want to wake up earlier, to feel more energized, to start working out or start doing that yoga or start doing a plan for that wanting business or whatever? Or maybe you want to create a business out of your art, or maybe you want to start making living out of what you truly love to do. But your habits are not supporting that because you've adopted your habits by some people which have completely different vision of their future, or maybe they don't even have a vision of the future. A vision of the future is our clear plan of what we want to experience in the future, and if we have a vision of the future, we need to create and develop our actions and habits which will support that vision of the future, and we can only do that if we learn to slow down, to rehearse our lives a little bit, to see what is not supporting that vision. And in that present moment we can design and decide, okay, I will change that. I will do that. As soon as you will do that, the universe will give you feedback that you are doing changes. You will start seeing synchronicities because it is always happening that way. You will start seeing synchronicities. You will start meeting new people, serendipities, all those things will start happening. And if you will be consistent with that new work, and every single day you will take your time and you will slow down and you will meditate and you will rehearse your future rather than your past, and you will awaken and express gratitude for it, everything will come to you. You will manifest things so much faster that probably it's hard to imagine right now how fast you can create those shifts in your life. But everything is possible. Everything is possible, my friends. So go into nature more often, because nature will support your work. Nature will support those changes, because at the end, I've noticed that whatever I want to manifest is kinda connected with nature, is kinda connected with healthier version of myself. And when it comes to healthier version of myself, it also comes to the community that we're building here, because what I'm learning about myself, I'm sharing with you. And if those changes that I'm doing for myself are beneficial for all, they will help you as well. And if you will start making those changes, you will create that chain reaction in your community, in your surrounding, and people will see that you are changing. People will see that you are becoming a new self, and they will ask, what are you doing? Can you explain how to do it for myself? And maybe you will say, yeah, well, it's not easy, but you know, if you will start today, and if you will dedicate your time to stop rushing so much, but rather to slow down a little bit, to reconnect back with yourself, so you can find out what you truly want, not what society wants from you, but what you truly want, you will shift the society. You will shift the rules of society, and that's powerful, my friends. So I will finish it here, and I'm sending you all love, blessings, and power. Have a beautiful day, and see you in the next one. One love.